Well, damn. I feel like every story is gonna be a story about my gears being grinded. Yeah, I feel like my gears have been grounded up into paste. Like, every day I read a story and they just get worse and worse. So, this is the story about Eliseo Mendez. This man. So, if you didn't see the story, if you didn't see the story, it came out last week. And he did this deplorable action where he decided that today would be this man's last day on Earth. But, unfortunately for Mendez, he has the strength of an 8-year-old boy. He attempted to push this man into an oncoming train. Not once, but twice. So he decided to just attempt to kill this man twice because he pushes him once and then goes back and realizes that he didn't have the strength to push this man all the way. But as for this monster that decided he was going to attempt to kill this man, like, just watching the video, I felt like that was, that's attempted murder, and that's got to be 2 guaranteed charges right there. Like, I feel like attempted murder should be charged the same as murder. But from what I've read so far, he is currently being evaluated for mental problems. Yeah, let me give you some of the lore, some of the backstory here about Mendez, because he definitely was no angel. If you can tell from the video, he clearly was no angel. But if for some reason that you might have thought that Mendez might have had a clean background and, he just all of a sudden decided to commit deplorable acts, then you would be wrong, because Mendez was already facing active charges for stabbing his sister in the stomach from a couple of years ago. Yeah, his own flesh and blood in the stomach, just stabbed. Decided that a knife fits here best. But yeah, the judge in that trial established that he wasn't mentally sound enough to be charged. How crazy is that? You let this man out of jail by saying that he was not mentally fit for trial. You gave him no charges, let him out of the mental ward. So they arrested him, and pretty much his story was, oh, that was my twin. Someone stole my clothes. And they were like, oh, well, that's not normal. I guess he's insane. And the judge evaluated him and established that he was not mentally competent to face charges. So they sent him to the mental ward for a couple of months, and then established that he was clear and good to go. Just let him out. And then months later, he's pushing a man in front of a moving subway. They need to, I feel like they really do need to start, administering consequences to judges that let monsters on the loose so that they can go and commit more crimes to the just good people just roaming around the streets. Like, I'm just casually sitting at the subway on my phone, and I gotta worry about this douchebag behind me attempting to push me in front of this moving train. I feel like that's just so unfair to the rest of us. Like, why is he out? Like, I feel like if I did that, I would be in jail for life. Like, that's just crazy. That I feel like I would just be in jail. Like, why are judges so soft on crime? Like, why? What incentive? Like, are they lobbying? Are criminals lobbying so that they get less time? Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how are we gonna, like, this is attempted murder. Like, that is already bad enough for us to put you in jail. We establish you're not mentally sound. Like, you don't just magically become mentally sound after being declared not mentally sound, right? So how did he get let out? I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me, especially after you stab someone. Like, that's an intimate experience. Like, for me to want to stab you, like, a gunshot, pow, walk out, that's it, I didn't have to actually, I don't have blood on my hands at that point. But if I come up to you and stab you, impale you, like, that's intimate. Like, I got to look at you. We made eye contact. This is personal. Like this is not, that's not normal. That's not a normal human reaction, in my opinion, to want to, well, there's sometimes, there might be someone in certain situations where you might want to stab them. But you don't. But he did. Like, and I feel like that should come with some heavy charges. heavy, regardless of the mental evaluation that they established. Put him in, like, if you establish he's not mentally sane, put him in the ward and leave him there. Throw away the key. Don't come back 2 months later and be like, oh, well, hadn't stabbed anybody in 2 months. Must be good. Open the door. Don't do that. That's stupid. That's really stupid. But yeah, I really hate this because it makes it so much harder for the rest of us. Like, where now I just have to worry about this predicament where now I'm just not going to stand in that specific spot next time I'm at the subway. As if I'm at the subway very often. I'm bringing up false scenarios that won't happen because we don't have an active subway that's good and functional in Dallas like that. But anyways, we have a functional subway, but it's very shitty. So you wouldn't want to get on there. Your chances of being stabbed, shot, robbed, and pushed in front of the subway are higher than in other areas, especially the stabbing. But probably not a good combo. I'm not going to the subway here. But anyways, that just makes it harder for the rest of us, where now we have worries that we shouldn't even have to have. Like, I don't feel like that's fair to the rest of us. But maybe I'm alone in this thought process. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe I'm the one that should be in the ward. But anyways, that's all I got.